Good morning. Yes, it's still morning. Good morning, everybody. I'm certainly enthused and excited to be here. I'm in the presence of friends, and what can I say? David, I think that was very apt. You went into a lot of areas that I deal with on a daily basis. Our innovators and technologists and things, people in that sector. We deal quite a bit with, how should we go about solving this problem, or what kind of techniques can we use to skin the cat, if you will. So I don't know what else I can add, but just to say we are extremely supportive of the innovation industry. We are extremely supportive of all sectors. But we're extremely supportive of innovation because we see the promise it holds in improving the standards of living of our people. In my portfolio, on a day-to-day basis, is executing the enabling levers for innovation in Lagos. And so whether that is funding the startups directly or contributing to enabling policies, that is what I live and breathe every day. And so for events and initiatives such as this, I always feel at home. I'm always excited to see what could be cooked up, for lack of a better term, and just to add a few words, there is no sector that is immune to disruption, and as we've all heard, it renders so many business models and so many old ways of doing things obsolete. And so technology, we think, when applied with the right antecedents, holds the promise of building a better world. In medicine, for instance, recent breakthroughs in artificial intelligence and biotech have really pushed the envelope on precision medicine, right? Gone are the days where you are making a drug that is for everybody. Now, R&D is going the level of making individual drugs based on your nervous system. That means your own health quirks. The drugs will be designed just for you and nobody else. It will work just for you and not the next person. Why? Because your own health nervous system, your own blood streams, the proteins in there, your DNA, all of these things are unique to you. And so what biotech is really doing is understanding and personalizing medicine for everybody. And that is a major disruption, in my opinion. Now, I don't know whether that is going to change the sellers of the medicine, because I know a lot of these, the Pfizers, and the Mercks, they are on an acquisition spree at the moment. And so in that traditional sense of disruption, would it happen? I don't know. But there is disruption technically going on in the medical field. And it's things like this that get me out of bed, things like this that get me excited. It's things like this that we want to see happen in this market. In construction and the building sector, advanced manufacturing and BIM. For anybody that is in construction, you'll know when I say BIM, Building Information Management. It's allowing for raw materials innovation, and more personalized manufacture of more personalized and efficient products. Of course, in robotics and AI, especially in countries like Japan, robots are replacing humans in performing certain tasks, and they are getting quite good at it. Of course, in places like Japan, where the population is aging, there's much more rapid innovation in robotics. And of course, blockchain, that is seeking to upend the conventional web structure that we have today. So, there is a lot of technical innovation going out there. And of course, in marketing, in the recent past, just like David said, the convergence with technology has really been turbocharged with the advent of the internet and the growth of the social media giants. So, as innovators, I think we must continue to have a curious mindset. And that curiosity should always lead to experimentation. How can we do this better? I think, in marketing, curiosity and experimentation coupled with the right intent, I think magic and disruption can happen. And so, we've seen that every technical innovation and disruption had an intent behind it. In disrupting and innovating in marketing, what is the intent? Right? And I don't know, is it awareness? Is it selling? Is it advocacy? Is it, telling the right stories for human benefit? For people like Elon Musk, what wakes him up every night is, sustainability and the survival of our species, and that's why you have Tesla. That's why you have SpaceX. And he has a goal that, look, we must be on Mars by a certain time. So the intent can really drive innovation. Rationale can really drive disruption. So the question for us today is, what is the intent for us? What is the rationale? I believe the strengths and the probity of the intent, will drive a lot of disruption and innovation. So I will leave the question of the intent to all of us here. Thank you very much.